Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my demonstration speech. I anticipate that these two things will give you a hint of what I'll be talking about. First is this, and then this. That's right, we're making paper hats. We'll go a little more in depth regarding the history and the each individual step needed to take to make one. So, most people prefer, and in some tutorials you'll find online, are that you use a square piece of paper. I am more familiar with using rectangular since it is most convenient and most commonly found piece of paper. But what I'm using here is printer paper. You could use construction paper or a much larger piece if you want a larger hat. Don't be deceived, because even though this looks large enough and I can fit on my head, that is not the case. So we'll do it with rectangular, as I mentioned, what I'm most familiar with. So what we're going to start with is doing first. This is a hamburger fold. Keep it even, crease it so it folds in place, and then you're going to fold it in on itself right down the middle, like so. Alright, just like that. Alright, and the next step you're going to take is you'll have something like this. It'll open up here at the bottom, and you'll have a crease right down the middle, kind of like a book. Or tent. Yeah, just use your imagination. So we are then going to fold triangles towards the center and line it up with that center crease we just created. You see that? Here, so we can get a proper crease going on. Alright. And then we'll do it on the adjacent side. Just like that. Alright now. So you'll have something like this. It'll also open up at the bottom, and you'll have these creases. So it's a little more like a hat, but we're not quite done yet. So with these creases you have at the bottom, this is probably the most difficult of steps. What you're going to do is you're going to, on each side, you take one half of the fold, you fold it up, like this, and then you flip it around, and you do just the same thing. Just like this, and just like that, we have paper hat. You just open it up here at the bottom, and just put it on your head, or you can put it anywhere. It's a neat little thing you got here. I first originally learned how to do this back in my junior year of high school. We had a like a spirit week, and I suppose one day we needed hats. Of course, I woke up forgetting that it was that day, and I wanted to get my grade, or my class, the most points. So, frantically, I looked up an online tutorial. I quickly learned how to make these, and so I mass-produced them for my class, and for the largest piece of paper, I made for myself, crowning myself the Paper Hat King. We'll get into making square shape because that'll appear differently, as I did with the first rectangular. But first, a little introduction on when paper hats first came out. It was back in 1928, first appeared as the cap in Fun with Paper Folding by William D. Murray and Francis J. Rigney, which was published in the Fleming H. Revell Company back in New York. Paper hats have also appeared in literature and older pieces, but were most identified by... Oh yeah, right. Was believed to have, there's some evidence proving that it was seen in the 18th century, possibly by men working in the carpentry trades, almost certainly in London. Alright, deviate now. We'll be going on with the square shape. It'll appear the same, but the end result will appear different, since it's not rectangular. So, you just do the original step, you fold it in. This way you can just do it anyway, because it's equal on all sides. Get a good fold like that. If you need to, if you see something like this going on where it appears uneven, no problem. You just pull it over till it reaches the corner, and pull it right from the middle to the end, and just crease it all the way down, just like this. And it should fix itself. That's a lot straighter of a fold, isn't it? So then, we do the same thing, we fold right down the middle. Now this will appear smaller. Like I said, don't let the size of the paper deceive you. I'm using printer paper. I suggest you use construction paper, larger sheet. Alright, like that. And then we open it up. Oh dear. Oh, no, I'm mistaken. Almost forgot that second fold. We then fold it on into the center. Now you can do even more folds, and then just do the end step to get this. We fold the triangle towards the middle, and then you do that similar fold that we did with the triangle. Now this will appear a little more humorous result because I made a mistake, but remember, there are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. So with that, I just did a simple trim, and then I was even able, out of this mistake, to make even smaller paper hat to put on top of this larger paper hat. And now look at this humorous result we have here. Open it up, put it on top, you got a hat for your hat. For your head. Alright, thank you ladies and gentlemen for watching my presentation, and I hope you have a good day.